Hey guys, welcome back to the MauzyCasts channel. Today I'm bringing you a best of 3 series. This is going to be a PvT. We start off on Dragon Skills, and right away, starting in the bottom right side, we have the CSO ESPORTS representative in the signature yellow colors. It's mOsTeN. And his opponent, representing Platinum Heroes, in the top left side, we are looking at the main command center of Dephy. I'm sorry if this is actually Dephy, but that would be with an F, as far as I know. So Dephy, Dephy, pretty much going to be the same in my opinion. Once again, apologies to the player if I mispronounce it, but we're gonna go with Dephy at this point. So let's see, pretty standard openers on both sides. The map itself, Dragon Skills, is a pretty cool one in my opinion. We have seen a couple of things from the Terran side on such short maps. Obviously this is not a bad Terran map in my opinion. There's a couple of good siege locations, especially this one if the Protoss takes this side, and of course this one is nice as well. So right away we're going to see mOsTeN being blocked out by this building supply depot. One is going to harass this SCV, and the Ripper is going to be started. Dephy actually just pushes himself with the SCV onto that building supply depot, gets the scout off, sees the Nexus timing. He's going to know that this is indeed a standard opener, core before Nexus, as it's once again expected in PvT. There was a time, I believe, where people were going for Nexus before core, but core before Nexus helps you defend easier against the Reaper. Now the Reaper is going to hunt down this probe. It might be, doesn't find the probe, and now mOsTeN can actually try to go in. Doesn't manage to. Sees the factory though. That is big. And sees the command center on the high ground. You can rest assured that this is going to be as standard of an opener as it is. That was a fake proxy, I would say. Not necessarily a proxy, but it was trying to hide something that turns out to be pretty much nothing. Reaper is going to jump in here. The Stalker is going to be out in just 2 seconds. Actually, 4 or 5 seconds. Sorry, my timing is my counting is not exactly really good based off of that bar. Anyways, we're going to see pretty much what we expect. I believe we're going to see a Cyclone. Starport is going to start relatively soon, I believe. Just pretty standard openers, except for that high ground CC. Usually you see that on the low ground, but this one was Dephy was trying to hide something, or fake that he's hiding some aggressive strategies. Of course, mOsTeN outplayed Dephy with a really cool probe save there from the Reaper's claws. Now the Reaper comes back and is going to scout what he needs to scout. I believe Dephy, yeah, he saw it, and now he's going to see that this Twilight Council is researching, going to most likely predict the blink. Everything seems super standard. We're having the third gateway being just now worked in, as well as the robo for the observer, and later on probably for a war prism to do some damage on the other side of the map. And on the Terran side, we have a couple of tech labs here. We have a Cyclone already out, and we actually, do we have a third barracks? No, this is going to be a weird 2-1-1. I'm not sure if the 2-1-1 is actually a build in TVP. Probably some Terran players can actually let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it, because usually you see that versus Zerg. And also we see a Raven that's going to deny any observer shenanigans, or at least keep it far outside of the base. We see mOsTeN going for that Ring of Vision. Ooh, actually it's War Prism first. Kind of like that. Okay, how many gateways? We have 4 gateways actually. Hold on a minute. Okay, so that was the 4th gateway on the low ground. My bad. So we're going to have a cheeky 4-gate blink. This is not committed at all, to be honest. We're going to see a third base relatively soon. Stalkers moving across the map. We have 5 stalkers. Actually, no, we have 8 stalkers. 3 are just falling behind. We also have the observer, and the cyclone is patrolling to actually deny any warp shenanigans. Other than that, we have... Okay, now we have a 3-1-1 with +1 coming in. So this should be a 7-minute timing if everything goes well. Is mOsTeN aware of this? Ooh, sees the cyclone. Is going to one-shot it. That is pretty big. And now we see more racks is trying to be put down. The 4th rack is going to be a cancel. Snipes the Raven. Really nicely done here by mOsTeN. This 4-gate blink is actually proving to be much more deadly than it should be. And Dephy just taps out. And that is going to be game number 1. For game number 2, we hop over to altitude as we are looking at the main command center of our Red Terran representing Platinum Heroes, trying to crawl back into this series, make it a 1 equal score. It's going to be Dephy. And his opponent, the winner of last game, representing CSO ESPORTS, in the top right side, it's going to be in his signature yellow colors with the signature classic nexus, mOsTeN. Okay, very, very clean game from mOsTeN, pretty much. The stars have aligned. So, yeah, Raven was sniped, Cyclone was sniped, 4th Rax was sniped. Everything seemed to be really, really good for mOsTeN. And now we see a double gas opener. mOsTeN is obviously going to scout this unless Dephy actually, is going to block this. There we go. That is going to keep mOsTeN guessing, obviously. And this is really, really annoying on the Protoss side. Usually we can actually scout if it's a Reaper or a Marine. 146 should be the Marine timing. And I believe 204, 205, something like that, the Reaper. It's going to be a Reaper. And if I'm not mistaken, the boys have not created this lobby with neither Observer++ or WCS Game Hard. I think it's what it's called. But anyways, we have that fast factory as we would expect it with a double gas opener, as well as pretty much everything else. mOsTeN will hide that probe on the 3rd base. Goes for the same opener. Takes the Reaper wall. Pretty nice Reaper wall here. Of course, the Reaper can jump up, but cannot go through this. So really nicely blocking the information. Of course, this main is huge. No tech can be saved on this pylon here, but that's not really the matter. It's more important to block out the Reaper. The Reaper is going to come in and try to deal some damage here. Let's see how successful it's going to be. Adept is out in just a couple of moments. Stargate is on the way. I believe this was this a Stargate first? No, it doesn't. No, it wasn't. Shouldn't be. Wouldn't make too much sense. But question is, did the Reaper scout that this is a Stargate? Nope, hasn't even got close to the wall, and will not really bother with it. We have a second Reaper actually. Oh, the probe scouts a mine. That is big. That is a big scout. That is a big tell. Now we see a second mine coming up, and that is going to tell mOsTeN what this is actually. Ooh, that was actually big. Oh, that was some friendly fire, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it was some friendly fire. I saw something there. I believe it was some friendly fire. Am I crazy? No, there was some friendly fire. It's minus 50 minerals on the Terran side, so that is a really cool usage of the probe. Props to mOsTeN for showcasing some solid plays there. And we're going to see the medevac pop. That's going to be 3 mines that will probably be dropped. Ooh, this is actually a cheeky mine here. Where is... Okay, the other mine is right here. But this one is going to fire, so no potential to drop it into the the main. We have 3 Phoenixes, which are pretty much the counter to this type of play. I kind of like this from mOsTeN. Not gonna lie. This is really, really solid. He's going to see the 2 Reapers as well. And this mine is going to just hop in to the ground at the triangle third location. Probably trying to deny some kind of expansion, if there's going to be any. What is the follow-up on the side of mOsTeN? He's going for the Robo Bay. The Robo. Ooh, and here is the mine getting basically instantly clapped there by those Phoenixes. And there's the Robotics Bay as well. Or as Linglad would say it, it's the support bay. Closer to that Brute War term. And we're going to head into Phoenix Colossus. Pretty classic composition to open with in PvT. It's also kind of micro heavy in my opinion. Ooh, I really like this from mOsTeN. It's going to force another medevac to be, actually not to be detoured, but not even getting close. And now this mine is going to try and walk into the mineral line. I'm really curious if this is going to succeed, as this mine is getting kind of sniped here. He's going to go for it and snipes the mine. mOsTeN, so far, so good. He's going to try and come into this main base. Ooh, let's see if he pays attention. 1 Phoenix goes down. The other one takes a bit of shield damage, but there's still 3 Phoenixes. 1 more Phoenix could go down, actually. No scan for it. Probably not exactly worth it. It's not like War Prison full of 2 Disruptors or a Colossus or something to scan after it and just take it down. Probably the mule is much, much more worth it. But that mine just paid off. Pretty nicely done there. I heard a mine burrow somewhere. We should have that mine. Okay, let's move away and just... Okay, there we go. Now we see it. So it's in the corner, denying those Phoenixes from coming back. Ooh, and this could be a Cyclone Snipe. Ooh, mOsTeN doesn't really pay attention. He's going to turn back, and now he's going to actually just destroy the Cyclone. That is a big pickup. And there should be... Okay, the Reaper just came back, so... there's a lot of Marines here. There's no chance for mOsTeN to actually pick every single one of them up. There's not enough Phoenixes for that. Still continuing Phoenix production. Extended Thermal Lance is on the way. And we're going to see our first Colossus pop. Ooh, we also have a Sentry for scouting. We have the Observer in case of Cloaked Widow Mines. I believe, at least that's why it's staying home. Also, probably mostly because the Phoenixes are really good at scouting. So, Phoenixes actually give the Protoss the map control. Ooh, and mOsTeN is actually heading towards that bottom side. Where are these Phoenixes heading towards? Ooh, he's going to miss those medevacs. That could actually be in favor of Dephy. And now the Phoenixes come in. There's no mine here to protect them. And Phoenix is going to slowly but surely pick up every single SCV here, I believe. There's a lot of energy on them. One of them has really low health, but full shields. Ooh, and now he's going to be aware of this. Let's see if the recall is going to come in. Nice. Most of it actually. Okay, he's going to recall it into the main. Let's see if this is going to pay off. 3 more Stalkers are being warped in. Question is this enough for Dephy? Can he drop out those units in time? One of those medevacs is going to go down. The second medevac goes down, and the Colossi will swipe. And that is going to be the end of this pressure. 1 more Marine is left. Nothing else goes down. It's only... Well, actually... 9 probes go down, but let's just say this could have been even more disastrous for mOsTeN. mOsTeN is still up a base, actually not up a base anymore, but up in workers. Also mining more gas really soon, so that means those tech units are going to come in really nicely at a fast pace. Do we have a second robo? No second robo yet. We have only 6 gates. Wouldn't actually mind if mOsTeN would drop even 2 more after that brilliant defense, honestly. It's just really nice to see it. Some solid Terran gameplay. And now the Phoenixes come in! One of them is going to fall instantly. Oh, the mine! Okay, mOsTeN just loses 2 Phoenixes. Basically for free, just when I was talking about how efficient he was with his units and everything. But look at this vision. Oh, this is beautiful, man. I really love I'm always calling out mOsTeN's vision. He is aware of everything. That is insane. And he's a really, really solid macro player. So, yeah. Happy to be his teammate. Not too long ago that he's in the team. When is going to see this move out? The Phoenixes should not get destroyed here. He's going to... Okay, Dephy is going to just retreat. Sees that every single unit is at the third location. 4th base coming in for mOsTeN. Do we have a 4th command center on the side of Dephy? Not yet. How many Raxes? We have 5 Raxes and 1 more factory coming in. So 2nd factory is going to be the additional tech production facility of choice on the Terran side. Phoenixes will split from the main army. Colossi, Stalkers, Charge Lots, and of course some Archons. And that single Immortal, of course. Are going to come in, and they're... Oh, the army is really, really out of position. That is going to be really, really painful for Dephy. And now the Protoss can actually decide if they want to take the fight or not. Forces the liftoff. That's a lot of lost mining time. Still down in workers on the side of the Terran. Liberators come into play. Let's see if this is going to be enough. How many Vikings do we have? We have only 2 Vikings. That's not going to be too big of a threat with this much anti-air. And now the Liberator is too close, as well as the Vikings. These could go down. Really huge swipes on the Colossi. And now the Phoenixes pick up everything. They will sacrifice their life for ire. And now the Stalkers will start to work on these units as GG is called. mOsTeN takes the series 2-0. Really, really solid plays. Solid engagement. Really nice micro. Wow, this was just super clean. I loved it, apart from a couple of mistakes. And shout out to both players. They played some really fun to cast games. And yeah, hopefully we can see more interesting series from mOsTeN. And as always, check out CSO ESPORTS. Check out mOsTeN. I'll have his Twitch in the description. And his Twitter as well, if you're interested. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, maybe hit that notification bell to not miss another upload. And if you liked it, just maybe share it with your friends so more people find out about it. I'm happy to do it as long as you guys enjoy it. And leave your thoughts in the comments. As always, I wish you nothing but the best. So yeah, stay tuned, stay safe. Peace out.